Good morning, y'all. I have realized that I have not done a farm update in quite a while and need to post a little more regularly. So thought I'd give you a farm update this morning and what we're doing here on the homestead and some of the things we're kind of looking forward to doing. So got to feed first, and I'll also show you some new additions to the farm. Alright, y'all, so I don't remember if so rude. So if y'all remember in one of my first farm tours, I had a huge white draft horse. She's actually gone. She went back home to her original mom, which is kind of cool because there's only been 2 owners of her entire life. Our friend Jessica had gotten her when she was little, and my husband actually trained her when she was young, and then we got her when she was about 7, and we had her for 6 years, and then she went back home to her original mom. So she was enjoyable while she was here, and so now I'm kind of on a search for one more horse. The two horses that we have currently right now, one is a brood mare. She's not broken to ride, and the other little appy guy is just a 2-year-old stud. So I don't know if my husband is planning on breaking him into ride or what the plan is, but I want something that's just already broke. I don't want to have to put any work into it. I'm too old for that. If I was 20, I'd be excited, but at my age, not anymore. So she is gone. So we are just down to 2 horses and 2 miniature horses, if you want to include them in there. Hey, cute stuff. Good morning. Hungry? There you guys go. So my chickens are all free range, but in the mornings I do give them some scratch, and they'll all start trailing down. As you can see, they're very impatient, and they love their scratch in the morning. That was Philippe. Hey guys, good morning. Ooh, such a moody mare. Huh, is your son driving you nuts? There we go. Hey, champ. You being a good boy? Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Quit that. Alright. Here is our little app. I need to fix your halter, boy. My impatient chickens, because I'm not working fast enough for them. Got my eggs this morning. I've got about a half a dozen this morning. Alright, so one of the areas I have not shown you before yet, which I realized is my brood house. And so, I don't know if you can see inside. Let's see if I can lighten it up. But there is Philippe and Penelope, our peafowl. We actually, they used to be free range, but we have bobcat problems here where we're at. And I had a beautiful white peahen, and a bobcat had gotten her, and so since then we do keep them enclosed now. But they are great guard birds. Any off noise, they are the first ones to call out. It's one thing when my dog barks, but when I hear him go off, I know to come out here and check and see what's going on. So right behind them is, we're attached to my brood house. The bobcats got so bad one year, we wanted to see exactly what was taking our animals. Anything that was white on the farm was gone. We had white ducks, they were gone. My white peahen, she was gone. We had geese at one point, bunnies, and all gone. So my husband had the bright idea, hunting shack. And we actually spent many a nights and many a mornings out in there hunting for whatever was coming after our animals, and it works really well. There's a ladder on the back of the building. We just climb up there, get inside, and sit and wait. And so I'll take you inside the building and you guys can see my brood house. You could probably hear them of what is our new addition. So this building we're slowly converting into a brood house and a place where we can raise quail. And so currently what we have in here, hi Annie, I've got a mama who hatched out 2 chicks. She literally set on 2 eggs, and we just let her go on ahead and hatch those out. So she's currently in here with 2 of her babies. Here is our incubator that my husband has made. I'll have to have him go into detail on how to build and make the homemade incubator. And then over here, I know it's feeding time in the morning. They are pumped. So I went to Tractor Supply to get dog food. My first round ran up there, and they had, Tractor Supply's getting in some really cool chickens now, not just your typical Rhode Island Reds, Barred Rocks. They had blue Andalusians and blue laced Wyandottes, and for $2 a piece, and I took home 6 of them. I did. And so I was excited about that. Then I had to go back to Tractor Supply a couple days later for, I think I was going for chicken scratch. This was a couple weeks ago now. And so one of the ladies was like, I'm so glad you came in here. Our meat chickens are marked down to 50 cents a piece. And I said, what? Put them all in a box. Plus, they also had some Brahmas that were also marked down to 50 cents a piece. And so I said, throw everything that was 50 cents a piece in a box for me, and I'll buy them all. I ended up with 23 birds, paying $10. So I think she threw a few extra birds in with me because she was trying to get rid of all of them. Ended up with 7 buffs and 16 meat birds. So normally we order our round of meat birds from Ideal Poultry, and they've been really, really good, and that's just who we've consistently bought from. We were actually running low on chicken in the freezer, and I was just telling Shane that we need to do an order from Ideal Poultry to get our birds in. And then I just so happened to go into Tractor Supply, and they had these little guys for 50 cents a piece. Not only that, they were already fed out for me for about 3 weeks, so I got one heck of a deal. So, not ordering on this round, as we've got 16 birds to slaughter here in just about 4 more weeks or so. So, they're really good looking fat little guys. And they're doing a good job of just getting bigger and bigger so we can have some good meat on them. I do want to show you the coolest part about being in this brood house. We do want to add some more cages in here. Like I said, I do want to eventually raise quail. So we need to add a couple of those, some more extended cages, and then as well as a sink. I'd like to have a sink in here to be able to clean out my my waterers and my feeders instead of having to always go out into the hose and going back and forth, So that will make life a little bit easier. But my favorite part about being in here, let me show you. This is my favorite part about being in here, is I get to watch these guys from in here. Hey, Penelope. Penelope and Philippe. Okay. So everybody has been watered, fed, grain, paid. Everybody's happy. I feel like Oprah every morning. You get grain and you get grain. You get hay. Everybody gets hay. Twice a day. I'm like Oprah to these animals. Alright, I'm going to show you what's happening in the garden. Alright, so let's walk to my garden. Y'all, my garden is my favorite place on the farm. And I used to actually hate it. But this year is the first year that I think I'm actually enjoying. And, well, let's just show you. Here is my sunflower patch. They are all doing pretty good. I've busted the chickens a couple of times in here. But they're growing. They are, a couple of them are a little over a couple of feet tall, so super, super excited. They're my favorite. And so let's go check out the garden in itself. So I have this plant. Let's see, the shadow's in the way. And it is a yucca. I have no idea where to transplant this to. I've had it now for a couple of years and it hasn't gotten big due to the fact that it's been in a pot. And I want it to grow huge and beautifully, but I have no clue where I should plant it. So it's still in a pot, and I forced myself to put it out here to kind of find a place for it. It needs a home. Alright. So, here's the garden. We have some stuff growing. It's some corn going. I got this trellis for free, y'all. A friend their daughter had gotten married, and after they were done with the wedding, they didn't know what to do with it, and so they brought it over. And I just put this up a couple of days ago, so I'm really excited. We have balloons. I'm so excited. Let's see, can you see it? No, come on. Here we go. Look how pretty, y'all. These are my pea tendrils. I'm really excited. I can't wait till it climbs up this trellis. This right here is a grinding corn, and they're all doing pretty well coming up. I have beans over here that I'm going to need a trellis for really soon. Let's see what else is happening out here. Oh, I do have something really cool. 2 tomatoes that have survived. I got this one, and these are my dark galaxy tomatoes. They're really beautiful, rich purple color, so I'm really excited. This is a popcorn for the kids that they have planted themselves. This corn, however, over here, which is another type of grinding corn, well, it's pretty sad. It's not doing too well at all. I do have going some other beans as well that are going to need a trellis like super soon. Edamame seems to be doing really well. These are my daughter's picks of choices of her seeds that she was excited for. Let's talk about my peas. These peas. Alright, y'all, so I want to talk about my peas. Back a few months ago, I think in January, we've had some pretty good cold spells, and I thought it wiped it out. Then we ended up having a horrible storm. It was a windstorm. It actually tore the roof off of my husband's shop. Well, it knocked over all these peas, and I thought, well, there's a couple of blooms left. Let me just wait till those, see if they come so I can harvest them, and then I'll pull them all out. Well, that's been happening since January, and I think they're gonna go with another go around, and a lot of it has died off, but they're so entangled in themselves from them falling over with that horrible windstorm. I've kind of just left them, but I've got to do something. So I've got other peas going, and I'm just trying to debate if I just want to go on ahead and do one full harvest of whatever's left and pull all of this, because you can't keep going like this, or keep going like this. And I've kept going like this for a while, but I need to make some decisions soon. There are, see if I can find some peas in here that are doing really good though. These are the sugar snaps, the mammoth, and they are so good. They're one of my favorites. Part of the reason why I haven't pulled them, because they're one of my favorite things to walk around and eat in the garden while I'm out here. But I need to make choices, and this is not one of my favorite choices right now. Here are my other peas. Same thing has happened. Half of them have died. Wind took them down pretty good, but I ended up being able to throw them up on these tomato cages. But I need my tomato cages. Half of them's dead, but as you can see, I need to harvest. So today I'll be out here with little man, and I think we're just going to go on ahead and harvest what's here and then pull out and get ready for what's going in here next. So my lettuce blend is doing pretty good. It's in one of my smaller boxes, so I'm excited about that, as well as my corn salad. It's coming up nicely as well. Over in this box we have our carrots. Our carrots seem to be doing pretty good. So Josiah's excited about carrots since they are his absolute favorite. And so you can see another view of the garden from over here. Got some weeding I need to get done today. Oh, let me show you guys our newest creation that I'm really excited about on the other side of the driveway. Josiah's teepee for his beans that we constructed. And so we still have to go on ahead and plant our compost over here and then go on ahead and plant, which we're going to do today. And then I'm also really excited because I brought out some cedar sticks. They're 2x2s and I think a couple of 1x2s, and I had so much fun with Josiah's. I thought, I'm kind of jealous and I want my own teepee, and so we're gonna make a teepee today that is, I think these are 10-foot long. So unfortunately I had originally videoed us making Josiah's teepee, but it only recorded 24 seconds, no clue why. So obviously I can't recreate that, but I'll be recording today my teepee that I'm building. I really liked his teepee, so I was like, I want one of my own, so why not? The cool thing is I'm a photographer by trade, and so I also have a newborn prop shop where I make newborn Native American props for other newborn photographers, just brought down to newborn size so they can use them in photo shoots. And so I actually make teepees all the time. I make them pretty traditionally, just brought down to size for newborn babies that photographers can use in their shoots. So today I will be making my teepee, and you guys get to kind of see how to make a teepee if you guys decide you want to do one, which I think will be fun. The type of beans that I'm planting on them are blawhide beans, which they climb
super tall.
Yeah, they climb to about 12 feet high. So I thought that would be perfect coverage on our teepee, and it would climb beautifully. So really excited. So we'll take you guys along with us in the building, and I'll kind of go over how to build it. The material I'm using, I've got some 1x2s and I've got some 2x2s, and they're about 8 to 10 feet high. I haven't measured, so I'm not for sure. They were all the same size, so I grabbed them. We got these for free. We get our shavings actually for free from a place just a couple of towns down the road. They make, I feel like, cabinets and just other kind of wood stuff, and so all the stuff that they use is cedar, and all the leftover shavings we can go pick up. Doesn't cost us anything. Well, a lot of times, because it's not just shavings, we get chunks of wood, we get leftover pieces, and some of the pieces, depending on what it is, how big the chunk is, we keep it because we could possibly use it, and cedar is really good to use. So I have these cedar posts, I guess you can say, and so that's what I'm going to use. They're boards? Okay, so I'm going to use these cedar boards to construct my teepee. The only other thing I'm going to be using is some rope that I found, as well as some string, and that'll be to like the trellis part for the beans to climb all up and on. I should have probably gotten rope that was a lot longer, but because I don't want to spend any money, I'm going to try my hardest to make it work. So I'm going to kind of modify probably using it a little bit. So to erect your teepee the traditional way, making teepees, you want to get your 3 posts, sticks, boards, whatever you're using. For this case, I'm using the cedar posts or scraps of wood, and 2 of these are 2x2s and 1 is a 2x1. I didn't have any more 2x2s, but that's okay. So your 3 boards that you start with, is basically your foundation of your TeePee. So this is what's going to be able to start your TeePee, and then you can add in your sticks to make it stronger and hold. And so, like I said, I should be using, I didn't say this one. So you're going to take your rope and you're going to tie your 3 boards together. I should be using way longer rope than what I have, but I don't want to spend any money on this since I'm just using items that are around the farm. So we're just going to make shift, and because it's not going to be long enough, I'll probably have to use a ladder throughout to finish winding the rest of the posts in. So you're just going to take your 3 boards and you're going to tie them together. Make sure it's strong. Okay, so these are tied together. So sorry. So these are tied together. So now we can go on ahead and erect and start our TeePee. All right. So now that they're all tied, we're going to go on ahead and lift up, which is done, and then we're going to go on ahead and erect the foundation of our TeePee. Make sure this is where I want it. So now the easy part comes in, and I don't have enough boards, so I'm gonna have to go get more. But basically, all right, Josiah, get ready. Walk with the string.
What's this one?
Uh-huh. No. Walk around. No, other way. This way. And basically his job is going to be to walk around, and every time I put a board up, he's going to re-walk around, and that's just going to make your TeePee stronger. It is what's going to hold. Okay, stop right there. No, keep going. You're doing a great job. Okay, pull tight. Okay, keep walking. Pull tight. Keep going. Okay, hold on. Okay, pull tight. There you go. where I'm going to use the ladder, because letting little man help, he's not able to pull it tight while he's going, so I'm actually just going to get a ladder and just remake sure everything's really tight and then kind of tie it off. If you were building a teepee, your last post would actually hold the canvas. Canvas is what we use today, but years ago it was animal hide that was all stitched together, and that's what you would wrap around your teepee. But today we're using string because that will be our trellis for our beans, and I'm super excited. This is one of the things I really can't wait to watch grow because I think it'll be absolutely beautiful. So closer look, these are the 2x2s that I used here to construct the teepee, and then here's the string that I used, and there was no method to it. It was just basically to get some type of trellis made so the beans can climb up it. But as you can see, my teepee structure part is completely done. They were in a school bus. So super, super excited. So now I've just got to get compost on the bottom and around here, and then plant my beans, and then let God take care of the rest. Alright y'all, so I am done for today as far as building the teepee. Teepee is done. Awesome. I'm so excited. A little secret. This year is actually the first year I'm really excited about my garden and things that I'm planting in it. Always used to just till the ground down here in Texas, and probably about halfway through the season I was always frustrated because the weeds are horrible down here, if anybody who knows, as well as the red ants, the fire ants, and then basically every year it's halfway through. In the beginning I'm always excited, but then halfway through it's like whatever grows is what grows, and if I can harvest something, awesome, but I'm over it. And so since I planted the first 3 boxes last fall, I have never been so excited. Everything is still thriving over there, and still excited, and so I'm really excited about this year and all the beds we put in. And so my excitement has just never left and has only grown since then. And so being able to try new things and experiment with new things, just total excitement. So going to end it for today. I gotta get some stuff done in the house. Gotta cook dinner, gotta finish up laundry, and then I get to be Oprah again this evening to feed the animals with all the grain and hay. And we will take you along on an adventure. Hopefully tomorrow we are doing stuff. Oh, actually I've got cabbage ready to get pulled out, so I will be making sauerkraut tomorrow. So I'll let you join in with us on that. So until tomorrow, be blessed and be a blessing. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. What you doing?
Before we had to practice.
You brought your other bike up. You walked with your other bike because there's no training wheels.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to practice